the games go down and seeing who has a chance of becoming the next Katowice champion. Now, two teams I know that would absolutely love to have an opportunity of that. fnatic to go for another one, or Vitality to try and find some success outside of just what we've seen in the EPL. Who can get it done? Let's find out.
Let's find out indeed. This battle rages on. Vitality on their map pick now with a chance to go through 2-0, guaranteeing a spot in the spot deck. This team, for guys like ZywOo, a long time coming.
Yeah, long overdue. And maybe finally within reach for Vitality after a tumultuous 2022. Just from the few games we've seen from them, not just here, but in Copenhagen last week, I think a lot more eyes are on this Vitality roster, a lot more belief in the French leader of Apex, and, well, our questions on ZywOo never waned. Always a guy to rely on. And here in this pistol round, they've even given him the P2.
Yeah, and, you know, this would be the year to do it. Especially with the major coming up in France. You know they want to make an impression. They had goals that they did not achieve towards the end of 2022. They felt like it's a bit of a dark mark against the kind of level that the Vitality squad expected to hit, but it's been a much better debut into this year with the changes we've seen taking place. ZywOo opens. Oh, love that! Roy deleted, never even given a chance to play the damn game.
It's overpass all over again. ZywOo killing the Danes. What can you do about it? Crim's back in CT. He's got the kit smoke, but they're running in through with a high flash out of Palace as well. They're running everywhere over the bomb site. Spinks will find another kill that ZywOo set him up for, and ZywOo looks for more as he finds a third headshot in this round. Mezzy fight for survival, and ZywOo will not give him any room. 4 kills, and Apex standing up and screaming already. Again, keeping the energy high and Vitality. You gotta love it. You can't not, Harry.
Yeah, dude, you've really got to love it. I mean, you know, Apex, he's been doing this for a long time now, and it always
screaming or winning
yeah, screaming. It always brings a smile to your face. I think especially when you think about the kind of history that this guy has, the lengthy career that he's gone through. He's earned his right to do exactly that. And I mean, he's also, you know, one of the last of a kind of dying breed, almost.
Yeah. Fast out A, we've got the smokes blooming as dupreeh gets into the site. Still a player hiding at the very back. He's curious, but he's also just trying to take as much space as possible. Hasn't cleared out Crims here, but he'll fire off too soon, and Apex finds him with a MAC-10. Nice tap for Roy, but that may be all it will be in this round for fnatic, as the bomb's going to get planted for triple. Oh, that's nice for Mezzy over the top. Finds that scout shot. Bomb denied, and fnatic, even though they're triple CT, Vitality are so scared of what the jungle has in store. I think they're realizing at least 2 players are here right now. nicoodoz has been on top for a long time, and they still haven't seen him, but dupreeh just spams. Maybe caught some feet there. dupreeh sniffs it out. Fasha waiting on a boost of his own, and he will get that response. The rifles are there to reap rewards, and Magisk will not let the spray go down. 2 rounds for Vitality. Very costly against the force buy, but converted nonetheless. And Magisk has been a bright spark inside of this team in these last couple of games here in Katowice. Top fragged the previous map alongside dupreeh. Even though a lot of the attention felt like it was Spinks and ZywOo making those aggressive CT plays on overpass. Magisk was a rock as that B anchor.
Yeah, you know, I think when you kind of imagine the firepower trio for this team, it is Magisk, ZywOo, and Spinks. With more onus being put on Spinks since Vitality have come back from the break. Now that's a nice tag out of Fasha. A lot of damage done here with just the pistols for fnatic, but it might not be damage that's capitalized on. Magisk has just opened up this A side of the map. He's called for the rotate, and so the rest of Vitality start to make their way over. Fnatic are going to try to complete the damage that they've done on a few of these players here. They know they're not going to win the round, but they'd love to take some guns out of it.
Yeah, they know they got dinks off, so trying to hunt those kills would be nice, but Apex playing a headshot angle, not allowing for any more casualties, and nicoodoz dead from the flank. So easy 3-0 start for Vitality, a stronger start than that of the previous map. They lost pistol, they still went on to streak an early victory. But Fnatic's rifle round now has to come up with the results. They're already in an uncomfortable position, having lost their map pick in a nice attempt at a comeback with 5 rounds in a row, finally silenced. But this is not a well-proven map for Fnatic like Overpass is.
Yeah, that's something that I'm a little worried about here, right? Because Fnatic have a huge depth on Overpass, and even then we saw it get away from them. This is not a map that they have the best track record on. Even if you look back at the Elisa Masters, the event that Fnatic won right at the end of the year, they got through that event only playing this map once, right? So not really keen on getting their Mirage reps in, avoid it where they can. For Vitality, it feels like this is one of the maps they've really homed in on to try and revamp, right? Swapping up Spinx and Apex. Oh, having them change their spot. Spinx given more of a star position. That's going to be coming up in the second half. So I think Vitality, you know, just having that kind of depth to fall back on here. The fact that they've really homed in on trying to make Mirage a cornerstone of their map pool does not bode well for Fnatic.
This is interesting. Crims has gone all the way. How far does he want to send it? No more. An unlikely spot for Apex to clear. But in fact, it won't even be a factor. Apex resets back to ramp, and it is going to be that A split after all. Crims' position is good for a late round at least. And nicoodoz, he is in such a dangerous position. Sat down on default with an AWP. There's no get-out clause here. There's no escaping, but he can fight forward. Good flashbang. Now they know he's in position. He's still going to get a shot off and try and smoke preemptively, avoiding a Molotov through the smoke for Roy. 2 headshots, and Crims hasn't even had to pop out of the palace, but he will right at the bitter end. Roy's taking all the rewards, and Magisk will last no longer. Nice round out of Fnatic. Big play for Roy to go through that smoke, but he will make it happen. Not deterred after what was a very dirty T side on Overpass. And dirty in the worst of ways.
Yeah, I gotta say, you know, Crims in that round, sure, he doesn't get the push, but you love how he plays it, right? The freedom that it gives nicoodoz with that AWP inside of the site is massive. It meant that he wasn't doing, you know, sometimes when you're tucked in behind default like that, you're in this horrible paranoid state of like constantly flicking up towards Palace, throwing your aim off, but not in that round thanks to Crims. And in this one, nicoodoz's AWP has opened it up. Much better early look at the Danish AWP on Mirage. Oh. Another out of nicoodoz. Didn't look like he was going to get away with that.
Well, he didn't for long. 2 kills is nice, though. ZywOo's trying to split him cat, and somehow he's ready for that angle. Roy backed out in con, and ZywOo might just go through his own smoke here. Oh, a shot in the back from Fasher aggressing on short. It's all over the place for Vitality. Both sides at the same time. Apex still has that full mid control. Fasher regains semblance of info with Mezzy looking to trade out on Cat, but Apex, neither of them looking at him right now. They flick back, and they do find that bomb. Fnatic chasing up top middle as Apex was trying to reroute for a B split. Magisk has a lot of ground to cover and not a lot of time to do it. Important round for Fnatic to keep a few players standing to try and build up this money early in the game. No one's near that AWP on B either. So it doesn't seem like nicoodoz's weapon will be saved.
I kind of hope that we get a last-minute adjustment, but I don't think we will, just because they don't know where Magisk is. It would be nice to see Mezzy start considering that eventually. But it looks like this AWP will just get away from them.
Fasher can throw one over at least. I think I just heard.
Drop me an AWP. I think I heard that as well, yeah.
Well, it's all under control. fnatic have planned for it. And nicoodoz, nice round, right? Very proactive. Caught mid-jump, still gets a second shot off. 2 kills opening that round for fnatic. It's what we need from a CTA WP, to be very mobile, to be running around the place, constantly changing your position, keeping your opponent guessing. And you talk about highs and lows of emotional players like Apex, you see it right there as well. Frustrated that he got caught by that cat push in the mid-round. Not allowed to play his own round out. Jisk gets behind the Molotov. He has to be a tank in this one. The only gun. Bomb not even here, but he's crossing to Tetris. He's seeing how far he can make it, and the answer is pretty damn far. There's no one even looking at A right now. They are so tunnel visioned on mid. Crims will spin around, and this is such an important kill. But just knows how much space he's taking, and Face as well, as he shreds the head of Crims. Mezzy will get that trade kill, but now ZywOo's armed, but we already know he's deadly.
Yeah, Plant is great, considering all they bring with them into this round is that AK. It's now been dropped over towards jungle. No one can retrieve that, so Flash to get Apex out with the gun, but he doesn't get away. Spinks on the mid lurk, 2 Glocks to try and keep back fnatic. If you're Spinks, you were not ready for Roy, still over at short, and for dupreeh, not long for this world. Still, they were playing for a bomb plant there. That was really what they were hoping for, especially with the save out of Magisk in the last round. Going to be getting 3,200 at the end of that one, so Magisk can buy up again thanks to getting that bomb plant.
That was sick, because Apex didn't just get out of position, he grabbed a gun on the way. Like, he took that AK out to try and win the round, and nicoodoz does not let him escape round the corner. Very nice shot for nicoodoz. Yeah, what can you do? What can you do against
To be fair, Apex, you know, we got to watch that one from his POV, and it looked just as BS as it probably felt to you.
Yeah. All right, fnatic, not a home map, but they're making it feel good to start this game. Leveled out, 3-3.
Mid take for Vitality. Not a lot happening here for fnatic. They do have nicoodoz's AWP over towards window, but it's smoked off, and so he doesn't want to hang around there forever. Electing to lean B with the AWP. Vitality is still just sat on this mid control. Now they've actually reinforced it even more with the play through the lower tunnels. This con smoke is nice for giving Roy options to try and contest mid, but as it fades, he's now stuck in this corner with a lot of enemies on the other side. Roy is in a spot that he is committed to, trying to cross out. Here's the fight, and they line up for him. Double kill found down in the connector. 25 seconds left. Spinks makes it into the window. Trying to get out, trying to wrap this A site, but won't get past Mezzy, who's watching for it. Crims waiting back in the spawn. They've got to check for this, and ZywOo will get rid of him. Brings this back into a 2v2 with the bomb plant. The spam is great for Mezzy, but it's not the kill on either. It softens them up. That nade is a guaranteed kill for Fasher, and he's going to walk it over the line. A big clutch from this guy. A 1v2 for Fasher. fnatic now in the lead, and it's one of the guys with a bit of a quiet overpass there, delivering in the clutch. Teed up by the IGL of fnatic, doing the damage on the spam. It makes life real easy for him.
And what more can ZywOo do? I mean, he really took that round into the palm of his hands. The jump check and spawn, could not have played it better. And just tries to force the fight after Magisk gets naded, but Fasher is so ready. And he's had a bit of a quiet Kato so far, so it's nice to see a highly impactful round. Not just what he did in the round, but the implication of it to keep this comeback rolling for fnatic, and now they take the lead 4 straight. And a half by Bit of investment all over the place for Vitality, some saving, some not. But it gives some hope in a low econ round. ZywOo and Spinks on AKs.
Right, that was a round on Overpass. Kind of similar to this, where we had, you know, scouts, bit of an investment, bit put in. nicoodoz went for an early peek with the AWP and got tagged, and it forced him to play very, very passive, right? And giving up some of these sight lines gave more room to Vitality, and they ended up winning that round. Can't afford to have a similar fall down here.
Yeah, especially awkward considering both the AWPs are just tunneled in right now. Mezzi's got full B apartments. Sure, that frees up Roy, but nicoodoz can't really be proactive after that tag. Fasher in the window. They look like they want it one way or the other. Ladder and a boost at the same time. Fasher finds his first. Apex patiently waiting, but Fasher gives him nothing. Oh my God, Dupree. Oh! What a shot.
Did he even break? Oh, okay, no, he did break.
Yeah, no, Fasher shot it. Fasher broke the vent, and then Dupree just fires back through. Silent drop? Nope. Everyone's trying them nowadays. Easier said than done. Get Steeko in, he'll show you how. Dupree won't make it much further, and Mezzi hits ZywOo with his AWP in B. Trying to spam the escape, but Mezzi isn't falling for it. Or wait till the reload comes in. Or not at all. Surely you don't stay here with an AWP. That is crazy. He will get given a chance to get out and hits a shot as they jump through. Mezzi. It's not as pretty the second time around, but that bomb will not make it out alive. 15 seconds, and Apex cannot win this round. He's just trying to get a kill, not live with the Glock of the scout, and nicoodoz will answer his prayer. 5 rounds straight for fnatic. Vitality can't get ahead of themselves.
Yeah, and this is where it's at least nice for fnatic, right? We always say sometimes it's better to get like smashed on a map than to pull it back, have it come close, and then fall down. But I think it was kind of important for them on Overpass, making it a close game in the first place to get a few more of these guys switched on, right? nicoodoz was not doing anything like this in the opening of Overpass. Roy was really struggling as well. But now we're getting a lot more mileage out of them. Roy currently topping the charts here on Mirage. And you see what that does to fnatic when they have him online, when they have that kind of, you know, guy who's not afraid to take the risks, get involved, look for those man advantages. I would say him and nicoodoz both subscribe to that mentality. Yeah. And so having them kind of tame on the first map was a clear problem. But now they're feeling more warmed up into this one. I bet they're probably feeling like as well, if they just played a little better out of the gate, could have been a very different story in this series. So they're giving it all they've got to get this one going.
Forget about the past and don't even think about the future. Live in that moment. Mezzi's certainly doing it again. Up in B with an AWP, but able to this time dive out safely after a shot. I like how keen fnatic are to play this double AWP, but Vitality know it might push them into A splits. Putting Mezzi in a very uncomfortable position where he might be forced to save. And nicoodoz can get smoked out as well, but he's moved towards connector this time, trying to fight for middle with the AWP. Smoke will land behind him, but he has support from Crims. It's still very hard to multi-kill here for nicoodoz. And Crims, he gets a kill. Can he escape? Does he even want to? Hanging around for a double kill. And now nicoodoz is primed and ready, but ZywOo picks 2. And he's even mollying this last player. There's a double face instead. fnatic will not let Vitality win middle. They sit on the bomb. Have that A site. You're not getting any further. nicoodoz hits another. And it's not going to happen here for Vitality as fnatic are starting to make noise. What a streak on a map they are unproven on. After losing a win streak back on Overpass, it has not ruffled fnatic's feathers. And this is all while ZywOo is hitting incredible shots like these.
Yeah, I do love how they've just been locking out in a handful of these rounds the Vitality mid control. You'll note they don't play it all the time, right? fnatic are willing to give you that space in mid, and so that kind of brings an element of uncertainty into it for Vitality, right? You never know when you're getting that full commit to the fight. Now, Dupree, speaking of full commit, this is the full commitment out of Vitality. He's chosen some very aggressive routing there, trying to go deep into the spawn, but locked out. Roy on a tear, shuts down the A play. Nice shot for Spinks. Another tag, follow up. Tech9 brings this one from a 1v4 into the 1v2, but a nade sailing in will seal the deal. And Fasha puts a stop to the clutch there. Another round where he comes in with a nade on the rotate and uses it to mop up these players in the site.
That's true. You know, Fasha's been the clutch and the anti-clutch right now. Spinks is feeling it. He was ready right there to put on a bit of a show, but denied by the airstrike. And Vitality have tried a wealth of paces, a wealth of plays, but still none of them coming through. And I still like how out of spawn, fnatic have made a lot of aggressive moves. With the AWP on B, with taking middle as well through connector and catwalk together. Roy even just dry fighting ramp. Shoots him just through the Molotov, he can't even see him. nicoodoz hits his shot, they're right below him, but he doesn't care. Takes two and dodges death as they make it up connector. Roy's even got his eyes on the prize. Every kill for fnatic as Vitality dry walk into crosshairs, and they've seen the last man as well. Spinks is in a cage, and even though nicoodoz misses that shot, there should be enough players to come in and help out. Spinks finishes it, but he's still a dead man. 8 rounds for fnatic. This is ludicrous right now.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we heard it in the interview as well, right? Mezzi's someone who gives a lot of room to his individuals, not afraid to give them that room to make plays, but we didn't really get a taste of that on Overpass to Open, right? It was a very nervous fnatic going for their usual attempts at these kind of wild rounds, but always coming up short. The individuals just weren't switched on. Now we're getting a look into this kind of disrespect style that fnatic are famed for, and well, it's working brilliantly. You can see that Vitality just aren't expecting a lot of these repeats. They're not expecting nicoodoz to double dip with the AWP in mid. It's such a risk usually. But it's the fact that it's so wild, so unexpected, that it's working out for him.
Yeah, and this is a really good just sign from fnatic, because for the longest time as an organization, they kind of gave you nothing to be interested with. And so many roster changes over such a long time. Went through 5 or 6 players, if you count Pepsor, before finally piecing together this team. So many different AWPers. Uncertainties on in-game leader. Mezzi's proven his value. Roy's back on his BS. And Fasha pulled out of the woodwork. What a roster that fnatic have assembled. All with a very capable Crims just sitting right behind them, who can keep them calm, who's been through these positions for years.
I even think that's cool as well, because, like, you know, still having that, like, hallmark player of Crims in the fnatic ranks, right? Because that was always the problem when this team was underachieving, was, you know, when you thought fnatic, your name went back to the golden era of this team, and they hadn't really accomplished anything since, but you still got Crims to rally behind. And in terms of the brand, the style that this fnatic squad plays, the old saying used to go, it was Nip Magic, fnatic BS. And it feels like these guys are down to clown with that methodology. Ooh. Over in mid, just raw aggression. Mezzi wins that fight, and nicoodoz shuts down the attempt from Magis to get out ramp. They've wisened up to these A-lurks.
He's not missing. No. He's not missing. nicoodoz has not missed a shot, it feels like. He is just nailing so many quick kills, and he's all over the place. Seeing him on catwalk, seeing him start spawn, playing default with the AWP, taking window fights. He's not been scared of any engagement, and he has no reason to be. And yeah, even just to build on this point, the excitement of fnatic over these past few months, you know, they finally broke their curse. They finally won an event, even coming into this year at Lisa, right? Over 1,000 days since they won a trophy as an organization. Top 8 at a major that they didn't even expect to make a run in. They were surprised by it. They just wanted to get to Legends. My oh my. Talking to Legends, I mean, even inside of this group, what was fnatic's first win, Harry? Beating the major Legends, the champions themselves of Outsiders, 2-1. Something to be said for it, even if Outsiders have indeed come in pretty cold to Katowice. 9-3 on CT Mirage. We need a solution for Vitality. It's an A split. They've got all the room, but look at the setup again for fnatic. Double under Bauk with an AWP supporting. This is a nice start of a round for Vitality to get their pieces in these positions, but they've still got to do right by them, and fnatic are cheating a fourth player over. They won't even need him.
Yeah, with dupreeh dead, Crims is really selling this lower position. He's going to smoke it, and now I imagine look to swing, right? That's the goal here. They know about Crims, so you're trying to sell this bait and switch. And with him dead, they will never be ready for Roy, who waits under the palace, plays the trigger discipline, double. Why not take the third? Looking for all the glory, and it's wonderful. Roy and Crims come together under the palace to put 10 on the board for fnatic, double digits. They're running away with the CT side.
Yeah, the muscle men under balcony just bench pressing Vitality. What a play for Roy. Almost whiffs that first kill as well and goes on to frag every single player in the site. That is such a cheeky call for fnatic, who have shown nothing of the sort, who have in fact leaned away from A in these rifle rounds and played heavy connector, put an AWP in CT. Now they have the entire team there. Vitality know it won't happen twice. They just want to brute force this site, but fnatic are not giving them anything. 10 rounds in a row. What more can they do?
Full blind, of course! nicoodoz!
Despicable!
These bullets, they've got homing components, man! They're destined to hit! 3! Go for 4, go for Progue. ZywOo left to beat, and he will best him with the scout, but you'd like to think that nicoodoz has done enough here.
Yep.
That feels like the first bullet he's fired that's missed as well. Crazy. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Something's in the water. Something's changed for nicoodoz. He's blessed in this game. Cannot set a foot wrong. ZywOo in this clutch. Gonna get given a shot here. Roy out in the open, still keeps fighting from the stairs. But this round is about nicoodoz. That stylish 3K with the AWP. Give me more of that.
Just bloody mental. Mental, Harry. No scope. Onto the apex position. That's just, yeah, divine intervention. And of course, why wouldn't he go swinging through? nicoodoz has regained his confidence that maybe was lost in the source and overpass that took some time to resurge. Oh, there's he. Oh, they line up!
Oh, no!
You can't count for this.
It's fnatic BS, all right.
Yeah.
One of these last couple of rounds. Madness.
Vitality could not nip that magic in the bud. And they're even missing mollies. Shaken to the core.
What stupid thing's gonna happen next? Because nicoodoz wants to fight over the top of the con smoke.
This would be 12 in a row. Hello.
Just obscured, but only for a moment. Apex plucked out of the round. Looking for a flawless CT half with the exception of the pistols and the conversions. This is so out of pocket. This is so out of left field for fnatic. Even if you believed in the comeback, you did not believe that this map would start like this. Vitality have gone missing. fnatic are here to play. It's the two underperformers from Overpass in Roy and nicoodoz on one hell of a redemption arc to make this happen. Fasha waiting and slays the apartments play. 12 in a row for fnatic at the end of this first half.
I'm gonna flash over. You get blind, Freddy. Flashing over, Freddy. You get blind. Smoke now, smoke now. Smoke it, Freddy. Apex, leg. One leg there. I have your AM.
I'm with you.
Let's roll. Smoke out, Will.
Oh, yeah. No.
Flash
High.
out.
Flashing high. Have a good position, guys. Bye, Nancy. Chill.
Okay, hide. Landing. I'm coming CT. Nice!
Subs.
Nice! Plan.
Oh my god, I thought I didn't kill him. Holy shit.
Into losing more rounds.
Exactly. Hey boys, we were so close. I'm sure we can do it with a few better upgrades here. Halzok had the M4, he got nothing done with it. It's all good. call it that 4-0 mark, and then the guns will come out.
Especially a gift on Nuke, though. You know, these T rounds, they don't always come easy. And, well, this one certainly will. Getting that 4-0 leapfrog. 5-7, not quite on the mark there. Just some damage onto Dexter.
Oof, JDC needs to be careful here. The pesky CTs down in lobby. Dexter even lower now. Bomb to be scooped.
Nice reactions.
Yeah, Azok to be removed. They've infested yard here. You can see all this space that's been taken. Exertion up towards the heavens. A top split seem very likely here. He can call things crystal clear. It's Colin chasing their tail right now. I know it says that there are 3 players left, everybody. Well, there you go. Now it only says 2. You all thought.
Got ya.
This has also allowed Mouse to be able to stabilize here, so if they keep 4 or 5 of these individuals here standing going into the next round of play, that's going to feel real good. JT doesn't want to allow that to happen. He's just looking for anything he can possibly find to in towards the top site. Bomb now over the halfway gone mark. JDC going to be good for this one. Oh, okay, all right.
A bit more than they bargained for there.
Yeah, nice shots there from Floppy. You'll take that. You'll take that indeed.
All right. Well, that's that 4-0. That's the punishment. It's been duly noted, and now Complexity will get the guns on out. But yeah, it was that second round forced. It kind of
Well, for this guy, it feels like there's divine intervention at play. nicoodoz cannot seem to set a foot wrong here, and that is reflected in a 12-round consecutive streak the fnatic put up. They don't lose a round past the pistol and the conversions. Unbelievable scenes towards the end of the half, where it all came together, the stars aligned. And now they're well on their way to taking this to a third.
Yeah, Vitality have to retake this A site immediately, right? They're taking middle. They've got the kit smoke on Dupree. The buy's fine for this play, but Fnatic are already running Rife into the site with nade. And oh, goodbye. Someone needs to rotate CT. Apex is going to have to do it to get that kit smoke, but they're already taking control here. And if Apex dies, the round is basically over because of the position of that kit. He's calling for reinforcements. He's going to need them because nicoodoz is chasing T's inside a spawn with that flashbang. It's messy for Magisk. And right now, Fnatic are finishing the meal 4-on-2, and they're going to swing together and spawn again. There's not enough ammo for that fight. And ZywOo, he's been having a good game, but there's no saving yourself here. Jumped out by Crims to kill him, and 13 rounds in a row for Fnatic. There's more to find.
Yeah, there is confidence coursing through this squad right now. There really is. You know, they didn't even, like, okay, this fight, that's fine. Apex dead, love that for them. But then this swing, they don't need to take this, right? They can just play the numbers game, but they're like, hell, man, there's 3 of us here. Let's just go and fight the guy. Let's just really lock this one in. It's lovely what we're getting out of Fnatic, and I really did not expect it after how slow the first map started, after the fact that they pull it all the way back, only to get caught with a bad timing on a boost down in Con, robbed just short of completing a comeback.
Yeah, because that was ready for overtime.
Yeah,
that was Rife.
I thought their mental would be in the dirt, but it feels like all it's done is fire them up. Now this round, ZywOo does drop the bomb on his attempted entry into the B site, but no further successes found for Vitality. Everything else is coming up in favor of Fnatic.
You know, it's a game like this, after a half like that, moving into a T side, where I feel like Mezzi's job is the easiest job in the world right now, because no matter what he calls, they're going to do it with full conviction, and they're going to hit every shot on the way in. nicoodoz 3 kills on an AK to do it. He's dead, but he's done his job ultimately. And you know, I don't think fnatic are in any kind of, or could even be in any kind of precarious position, because even coming into this event, I think it was Mezzy who spoke about how confident they are in these positions, how good they are at closing games, how they don't choke leads. And that's not me implying something could happen. That's me just saying how safe this series is, or at least this map for fnatic. 14-3, and there couldn't be a worry if they tried, looking to take us to nuke. And what a worry for Vitality, who, as we said, after years of never making it to the spot deck, years of disappointment in a cursed Katowice performance, they were only a map away, their pick away from going straight to quarterfinals and maybe even further. And now it's all drawn into question with Nuke as a finisher. This could be a huge wasted opportunity for Vitality if they cannot wake up. And while it feels like this map is already done, they've got to stay in it in the series mentally. That's not an easy task.
Yeah, fnatic are really measured in this round. ZywOo does have a little gap in this window smoke.
Oi, oi.
Oh, but as it fades, he loses that cover. Roy's just waiting. He's not going to come to you. He's waiting for the fight. Until eventually, he'll decide to come to you.
Who's more patient?
55 seconds, so still more time for him. Mid corrupted, Vitality. We've got a lot of eyes looking at the connector. Maybe there's something here. Spinks traded after the first, but they deal with the Palace component. There's a response in from Mezzy. The man at the helm of fnatic gives us a bit of control back. ZywOo just tucks himself in. Dupree is a long way away, so ZywOo, does he want to wait for this? Because Dupree's only just getting into a position to help now. Tap on the bomb, tries to bait the peek, but they don't give it to him, and Dupree's grabbed the gun from connector. ZywOo just calling their bluff on every one of these taps. Not taking a fight, not taking a peek. Mezzy even tagged up, and this gets a bit awkward now. ZywOo finally decides to swing. There's so little time left. Mezzy versus ZywOo, and he can't find him. ZywOo with the clutch. A bit more faith restored for Vitality as he rises to the occasion in that moment there. And to keep calling the bluff of a bomb plant like that, it's crazy. Then he goes for a really late swing after not giving them this fight for a solid, like, 30 seconds.
He had one bullet. He had one bullet. He had to nail it. Yeah, sure, he doesn't find Mezzy straight off the back, but that's an unbelievable shot for ZywOo. And he even keeps it cool when Mezzy's got him cornered with 5 seconds remaining. That's a very, very big round for Vitality, but it's still in a sea of losses. They break a 14-round streak from fnatic. And it feels like ZywOo's the only player really alive and well in this map for Vitality. Certainly the only player positive. But still, I can't even be romanticized by the idea of a comeback until the rest of Vitality show us what we're working with. Apex is still 3-15. Dupree's got 1 kill more. Star of Spinks, not even breaking 10 either. fnatic are fine to just rebuy. Bit of a bungling there, but they all get over it quick.
I'm never willing to write off a fnatic force either. You know, I always attest to Mezzy's deagle.
Yep.
Any pistol really in this guy's hands, it feels like he's good for one.
This whole team's a great D team, actually. You know, Roy, yeah, excellent D player. nicoodoz can do it with pretty much any pistol. Crim's a classic, but nice boost up denial for Dupree. And Spinks even spams Mezzy out as well, knowing his exact position. They're going to try and walk out A. ZywOo gets caught moving between positions. Thank goodness Magisk finishes that kill after being dinked by the Glil. Couple of AKs left up for fnatic. Dry fights are their only way back in. But Apex is rerouted to CT. So he's got eyes on the site.
Not a comfortable 2v4 though. The one thing they've got going their way is that Vitality are only just getting the info that B Apartments is clear, and that is going to leave these rotates a little ways out. But it comes with two sides to that coin. They're also going to be getting flanked. They've got a chance at the 2v2 for this site control, but time's running out on that window, and with Spinks doing a lot of damage, you'd like to think he's done enough here. nicoodoz low on health with 10 seconds left. Won't be able to find a way into this round. Tap on the bomb, but dupreeh goes over and puts a stop to it. So there is 2 in a row now for Vitality. They withstand the attempt at the force out of fnatic, and they finally streak together some rounds.
Yeah, sure, 2. We'll give it to them.
Oh man, they're in a lot of positives to sing right now, all right?
Almost about to break their record, Harry, of those first 3 to open the game. But yeah, a little eco with a deke. Brought up for nicoodoz. Play past the deke. Hot potato. Let him take a shot, swap it out. Bit of a gladiator round. Spinks has brought his spears up top mid. And can swing whenever his teammate makes contact. ZywOo's waiting in window, although he's just, oh yeah, I was going to say, got to be careful here. Timings are everything. Run boost, out they go, and as he's dead, Spinks turns, he will fall, and Deagle does something, but nothing more.
All right, here's our looking. Here's our real eye test as to whether there's much to get excited about here. Because it is a long way to go to recover, and you cannot afford to have a single misstep if you're Vitality. This is also in a game in which dupreeh and Apex are both kind of non-factors, really. You know, you touched upon ZywOo being the kind of one shining light for Vitality right now. He's joined on the scoreboard by Magisk and Spinks, but they're having pretty middling performances, really. And so that like firepower trio that we talked about from the first map, that you talk about when you think about Vitality, hasn't emerged.
How basic will fnatic keep it, right? They can still play pretty puggy on T-side Mirage, pretty loose. And it looks like this round is no exception to that. Good grenade from Magisk. But fnatic waiting till they've got Crims out under. Just an A-split round where they're hoping Vitality make a play and give them a reason to go for it. So passive, even Crims is holding for the B-apps to underflank. Vitality are not feeling that confident. Window smoke's going to give Crims a little more room to work it with Roy. You can still see Vitality have their eyes on middle, 2 towards connector with this AW. Spinks might be forced to go into the smoke. And Molly won't spread any further. He's got, it does tag him.
They know now.
Yeah.
ZywOo gonna open, turns his attention back. Comwood does have support from Spinks. They're trying to reel Crims in, but while this has been going on, fnatic have made progress getting out through ramp and palace.
Bombs needs to cross though.
It's a little awkward, but no smoke other than the one on Crims. Fasha just runs by. Will have a chance at the plant here. Vitality is still preoccupied with Crims in middle. He's doing a great job of wasting so much time. This is 3 players looking for this one man, and finally Apex goes in and gets the job done. Now that they've flushed him out, they've got to deal with the 2 defenders around this bomb. Fasha deleted by ZywOo's orb. nicoodoz couldn't set a foot wrong in that first half, but this time peaked from 2 angles. It's 2 too many. Vitality with a 7th, 4 in a row, outdoing their streak from that first half.
Hey.
And trying to build into this comeback. This is all happening with ZywOo approaching the 30 kill mark.
He's so quick, man, because Fasha, he kills Apex on bench there. He's playing like, it's a one and done spot, but you know, if there's a rifle, Fasha keeps up the spray after 1 kill. He can kill ZywOo there, but this guy is just so fast, barely even looks at him, and Fasha gets headshot by the orb. If that's a rifle, Fasha double kills and they win the round, but ZywOo doing everything in his power to make impossible rounds seem possible. pistols for fnatic. They're going to run a quick one down middle, full smokes. They've got all that control they want. Crims could even climb into connector as well.
I like that ZywOo didn't even try like the mid-timing shot. He didn't want to give away that the AWP's just been smoked off in middle, right? Give away its whereabouts. He's trying to keep fnatic guessing.
Good time to test B. Look who's playing there.
Yeah, it's dupreeh and Apex,
yeah.
right?
6 kill dupreeh. So, taste test. Quick up Cat, dupreeh, good for 1. Apex back at the site, able to drop the bomb and 2 with him. Stays alive. Crim's luck comes up with the goods, but nicoodoz a 1v1 that really decides everything, and he's found Apex.
Oh.
Okay, is this kid ready for a clutch?
Well, he's up against the terrifying twosome of Magisk and ZywOo, and they're both coming in from short. It's a clash of the titans here. The two top performers, the two respective AWPers, about to take each other on in this battle for short. The molly gonna force nicoodoz to swing into his demise. Beautifully constructed clutch there, or clutch denial out of ZywOo and Magisk. Leave nothing to chance. They hear the tag in the molly, and they know it's only a matter of time till the round is theirs.
Perfect util, and he really just tries to pick an unorthodox position for that 1v2, but Vitality don't fall for it. Round gets very scary when he finds Apex at the back of the site alone, and there are no rotates because they're so preoccupied on Crimson Con. Good patience for Vitality. Slow and steady wins the race. Fnatic certainly not stressed. I said earlier that they believe that they're good at closing out these situations, that they don't have issues with choking or giving up big leads. Well, let's see. Let's put that to the test today, shall we? Because this is still 5 rounds in a row for Vitality. A team that now have nothing to lose, with Nuke on the horizon as a 3rd map of the series.
Right, nicoodoz looking like they wanted to get involved early there in middle. It's a good thing they didn't. They heard the, or maybe they heard the molly go down over in window to present this one way to Spinks. You see they've lobbed another one out, so it seems like that was the hint. That's why we didn't see that early mid peak like they wanted to. Ooh. Goes back in again. Magisk quickly takes up ZywOo's position, and nicoodoz was not ready for his second man to have grown out the corpse of ZywOo.
Still want the top player dead from either team, so this is now far more open for Fnatic. Even without nicoodoz, the Disruptor's dead in ZywOo.
Yeah, I mean,
Vitality is still taking middle.
That's where it's helpful that we've had Roy as this second man, this right-hand man to Fnatic, right? Not just been the nicoodoz show, and he's waiting over in top mid. They don't clear him. dupreeh gives away the man advantage. This could be the comeback. The fragile house of cards starting to fall down for Vitality, unless Magisk can battle on, looking for this top mid fight. He's been dodged. I can't believe Roy is finding these timings. He's open a window right now.
Help me, Crims.
He can be dealt with. He needs a hand, and Crims will come in. Beautiful manipulation of Magisk in top mid. They serve him up on a silver platter. Now Apex tries to take the position back. Gets spotted over towards short, can't hang around, just barely gets away. Spinks, A-side hold, 1v3 for all intents and purposes. They're out through the connector. Apex dead over towards B. 1 kill in the right place could do it for Spinks, but it's not gonna happen. And Fnatic move onto map point. 1 away from locking in a 3rd and keeping the dream of that immediate path to the Spodek alive.
Yeah, it did feel inevitable, but I didn't think it would be that round they find it. I can't believe how long Roy can stay alive behind those boxes, and that's such a frustrating round for Magisk, who looks like he's playing it perfectly. He's not rushing Roy at top mid and risking Roy just holding the perfect angle, but he's just jiggling back and forth, not even with the info. Roy never really saw Magisk there. He's just avoiding him. He's reading him, ring around the rosy until Crims can come in and help. And what felt inevitable is now washing over Fnatic. 1 more, 5 kills, and they save this series and send us to a 3rd. Still with a spot and the Spodek guaranteed. Oh, again, the top mid pushes are just being punished right now. There's even a second player here, and Mezzi's ready to receive 2 kills instantly. That's almost akin to how that overpass game ended.
Yeah. It's poetic, isn't it? This time, you know, it's a top mid push getting locked out for Vitality, who happen to be on the CT side, giving way to a 5v3. If you're Fnatic here, they're going to slow it right down. They're going to see what the response is. The pressure is not on their shoulders to come up with solutions. That goes the way of Vitality. As that timer ticks down, they're going to start to make a move. They've pressured the apartment somewhat, keeping the attention of Vitality over here. They've just got to get past one man. ZywOo back at the spawn, waiting with this AWP. He's been the one dependable piece for Vitality. He's going to try his best here to put a stop to the A play. Very little time left as that bomb crosses in. They're not making life easy for ZywOo. 1 versus 3, tag connects, but not the killing blow. nicoodoz, the one that got away, locks in the map for Fnatic. They reply by stealing away Vitality's map pick, and they set this one up to go the distance.
Yeah, what a reassuring win after they lose their win streak back on Overpass. Fnatic is still here to play in this series, and with Nuke coming up next, it's anyone's game right now. Vitality had a ripe opportunity to go through to the playoffs, but there's no guarantees now. We've got James down on the sidelines of Roy.